It's just that we are focusing on a different section, but the recording is still the same. We still have to know which account is the main account, things like that, but we're going to take them step by step. Okay. So, as you know, we talked about this debtors journal, remember? Just to, sometimes to revisit this a bit, we said debtors journal is where we only record sales of goods on credit. I want you to be careful. Because in the exam, they can ask you anything. Remember, the exam is coming. So make sure that you remember and know when to record here. Only, can you see now? Only goods, guys. Meaning, if I can sell any other thing other than goods, do not record. If you sell an equipment, you cannot come here. Only goods. I want you to understand this. Please, I repeat, only goods. When you sell goods on credit, you come here. But if you sell any other thing other than a goods, please do not come here. Is everyone following? Can I see yes, so that I can know that you understand what I'm saying? Perfect. Thank you so much, Darren, Nikita. Thank you too much, everyone. Thank you, Lendra. Thank you, Hamia. Thank you. So I like this guy. So you must make sure. But I'm going to give you an exercise so that you can know what to do. So firstly, don't worry. This is the debtors journal. We know what to record here. Okay? But I want us to go through this. Remember, some of the columns, we have seen them before. I think you are not surprised. But as you can see in this case, our main column here is, I want you to know that our main column is our debtors control. That's what I'm saying. The same procedure is going to be used. Can you see, like we have said before, I want you to remember very well. I told you the main account will always be inclusive of what? Of VAT. Make sure that you include VAT, guys. Because you know that sometimes they give you the amount that is including VAT, sometimes they give you the amount that is excluding VAT. So you must know where to include VAT. You only include VAT under the main column. Irrespective of the journal, it doesn't matter which journal. As long as you know your main column, you know that you need to record the amounts inclusive of VAT in that column. And the other columns must not include VAT. Is everyone following? Can I see yes? Guys, I'm not trying to finish your ink. Please just say yes, so that I can understand. Thank you so much for the response. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm not going to waste time on this. We have done this before. It's just that it was a different journal and we've got different accounts, but some accounts are still there. As you can see, we still have sales, we still have cost of sales, we still have VAT. So I want you to remember this. Okay. Now let's switch over. Remember this, I'm just trying. So I gave you these notes, guys. I'm not gonna waste time. This is what I try to explain. What is the main account? Can you see now? I'm not gonna read this to you. You can only use this when you are at home, guys. Can you see now? A man of my caliber, guys, is trying. Please just clap hands for me, guys. Clap hands for me there, wherever you are. Clap your hands and appreciate what a man of my caliber has done for you. I hope you are clapping your hands because I can see you. Okay, so I'm not gonna waste time on this one, guys. I'm gonna thank you so much. Thank you, Leandro. Thank you, Nikita. Can you see? I want evidence. Others did not clap hands at all. No problem. I know what to do. I'm gonna deduct marks. Okay. I appreciate. Thank you so much, guys. So this note is what I'm talking about because sometimes we're not always together. Eh? So if we're not together, it doesn't mean that we must not learn. We must keep learning, and then that will help us a lot. So I'm not gonna waste time, guys. I'm gonna skip this theory. I'm gonna skip, a man of my color. I also use colors. I know that we like colors. Now, the other one that we spoke about is called debtors allowances. What do we mean by say debtors allowances? Just a simple thing. Debtors allowances mean those debtors that, remember the previous journal was called debtors journal. So those people to whom we sold returned goods back to us. So it means the returns by debtors. So whatever we sold to them, like we sold goods on credit to them. So when they return, we just have to record under what? Under this journal. So make sure that you understand what is going on here. Okay, so again, this is just the complete opposite of what we have done before. Please, who can tell me what is the main account here? I know it's obvious, but I want you to tell me. What is the main account? I want you to tell me which one is the main account. Which account is the main account? I see debtors here. I see debtors, Nikita here, Sandia here, Melody. Thank you so much. I can see that. Yes, guys, I do. I think, Leandro, I agree with you guys. This is what we mean, the main account. So again, you just have to come here and write main account. Can you see now? Easy, like VC, as you can see. Okay, so make sure that you know these simple things, guys. Again, I'm not gonna waste time, guys, and go through this. You can see the columns are similar. Okay, so make sure that you know how to deal with these columns. Okay. Again, guys, I'm not going to waste time here. I'm not going to waste time. These are the notes which you can use at home, guys. Show off these notes. You are allowed to sell them, guys. If you sell them, please make a profit. Okay, so please make sure that you make a profit should you decide to sell these notes. So I'm going to focus on the CJ. So what about the creditors journal? When we say something is a creditors journal, it means we record all items bought on credit. Are we together? So you need to be careful here. Under debtors, remember the previous slide, we said debtors only goods, which we sold. But when it comes to creditors, creditors doesn't say only goods that we bought. Everything that you bought on credit must come to the creditors journal. Okay, as long as you buy equipment on credit, you buy a vehicle on credit, you buy your laptop on credit, you must come to the creditors journal. Who can tell me which one do you think is the main account, ladies and gentlemen? Remember, in accounting, we are allowed to show off. Please tell me which column do you think is the main column in this case. I'll wait for you, ladies and gentlemen. Nikita said creditors. Hamza said sis. Yes, guys, I agree with that. Thank you, Melody. Everyone, Leandro, thank you so much. Creditors control will be the main column. Please don't forget. And remember, the main column is where we always include that. Like you can see, I gave you everything here so you can know what to do, guys. Again, I'm not going to waste time. The way to record is still the same. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, thank you so much for that. Again, guys, I'm not going to read these notes to you unless if you are unable to sleep, you want me to read these notes for you to be able to sleep, I can read them. But no, at the moment, I'm not interested. Make sure that you read these notes at home. I took an effort to compile these notes for you guys. Please read them. You'll see they are very useful. In other words, they are very silverish. Okay, so make sure that you know how to do this. And again, here you can see we've got creditors allowances. Here is like returns of items to creditors. Remember, here we are the ones who are returning from our suppliers. Remember, we bought on credit. Now we are not satisfied. We are returning. Again, without wasting time, we know that automatically our main account is the creditors what? Control. Please make sure that you know how to do this. Is everyone following so far? Let me see. Yes, guys. Like I said, I'm not trying to finish your ink. Please write yes, so that we can continue. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate your feedback and response. Okay. Likewise, guys, I'm not going to waste our time and read these notes to you guys. I'm going to continue so that you can be able to understand better with the questions, guys. Just go and check the notes. They've been uploaded a long time ago on your VC Learn. Okay, so make sure that you know how to do that. Okay. The next one, remember when we were dealing with the cash transactions, what we did, a man of my caliber and you, what we did, we said, no, even if we are talking about the cash transactions, let's talk about all the journals that we are going to deal with. Can you see at the moment, you're not surprised to see these journals? Okay, so we are very clever, you and I. So it means now, like I said here, in this journal, we record all the transactions which cannot be recorded in other, all the transaction not recorded under the other journals. This is what we said before. So if something cannot go into the CBR, CBP, CJ, CAJ, DJ, DAJ, PCJ, just know that it will come to the general journal. Okay, so it is important or advisable for you to make sure that you know which transactions will be recorded or would be recorded under what? Under the other journals. So the remaining transactions will be recorded under what? Under the GJ. I hope you are all following. So again, guys, these are just some of the examples of the GJ. Can you see now? This is what you can see. Can you see now? So you need to understand this, know this. Can you see now? So I just gave you some notes, and then again, I'm going to refer you back to this. By the time when we calculate, should we feel like we are confused, we can come back to these ones. You can see all these items here. Guys, when I say interest received or interest paid here, I'm not referring to the interest that you are getting from the bank. Here, I'm talking the interest that has been charged or by us or by the debtors. Meaning, I'm going to write here and say the interests from debtors and creditors. Because sometimes creditors charge us interest, sometimes we charge debtors interest if they don't pay on time. So the interest that we are going to charge will always go to the GJ, okay? But the interest that you see on the bank statement, it means they are cash. They won't come here. They will go to the CBR or CRJ. I hope everyone is following. Please ask a question if you have one. If you have a question, you may ask, ladies and gentlemen. You are at liberty to ask. I guess everyone is okay. Because if you're not asking, it means all is well. Okay, so I appreciate that. So I'm going to move to the next slide. I'm going to move to the next slide. So as you can see, guys, this is just a question that I'm going to go through this so that I can show you how to record. Don't be confused, guys. I'm going to show you how to deal with this. Okay, so make sure that you ask questions if it happens that you are confused. Okay, because I will help you if you're confused. I think you know me by now. I help you. Okay, so I'm going to start now. So, if you can check here, guys, remember from our past experience, we said the information is very much important. Like from our past experience, remember this is important. The amounts are including VAT. And then we said we are using the perpetual inventory system. And we said the markup is 50% on cost. So these things are very much important. So if I were you, for example, let's say a man of my caliber was writing exam. Yeah? But I'm you now, don't worry, I'm you. I'll say, okay, firstly, they say VAT. Okay, it means the VAT of 15% is applicable. A man of my caliber will just write quickly. I'm going to write on top here. I'm doing my notes. I'm going to say, okay, I know that when I calculate VAT, I will either use 15 over 100 if the amount is excluding VAT. You see, I'm writing exact, by the way. But if the amount is including VAT, I'm going to say 15 over 115. See? Okay, look, this will help me a lot. So, oh, sorry guys, I don't know. It's 115. I don't know what's happening here. It's just the virus. I think the virus is affecting us here, the computer virus. So I'm gonna 115 here. Sorry guys, I was referring to one. I think we understand what I'm talking about. Don't know why I'm gonna do this. I don't want excuses. Sylvester, I didn't see this one. No. I meant 15 over 115. And see now, so it's either you use 15 over 100, but be careful if the amount is including VAT or excluding VAT, then we take it from there. So is everyone following? How do we record these journals in the GJ? Melody, we still have to record them in the GJ. GJ is still coming, one of the exercises, okay? So let's take it one step by step. So now I focus on the DJ until we do the GJ, okay? So is everyone understanding this process so far? Can I see yes, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you guys. I appreciate, as usual, I appreciate a lot. Okay. So let's continue so that we can know what to do at the end of the day. Okay. Now, after doing that, this was for what? Remember, these was for VAT. The whole thing was for VAT. Okay. So, but what about the markup? Even for the markup, I'm going to do the same thing. So if the markup is on cost, remember we said, okay, you can analyze like this. You can say, okay, cost is, who can tell me what is cost, what is markup, what is selling price? If the cost is 50%, if the markup is 50% on cost, please tell me, cost will be this, markup will be this, selling price will be this. Let's start with cost. What will be the cost? Thank you so much. Cost is 100, Hamza. Thank you so much. What about the markup? It's obvious, no? Thank you so much for that. What about the selling price? Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, so I will do this so that when I start recording, everything makes sense. And again, I will also take it further because I want to save time. I know that as long as they ask me for the cost price, if they ask me for to calculate the cost price, I know that I will, just to save time, and I know that I'm gonna use 100 over 150. I think you know how did I get it. As long as they ask me to calculate selling price, I know that I'm gonna put 150 over 100. Can you see now? I'm sorted. But this thing comes from when you put the question marks here, we used to, can you see now? So it will not change. So all the time, as long as the markup is on cost, you are always going to have the calculations like this. Okay. So I'm just doing this in advance so that when I record, everything becomes easy, like VC, as you can see. Okay. Is everyone understanding the markup analysis that I did here? Let me see, yes, guys, so that we can start. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate a lot. Now, we are going to start now. Okay, now, the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to say, okay, what am I doing? I'm going to say sold goods. Can you see that? On credit. Do you think that I must record these transactions here under the debtors journal? Do you think so? If you think that I must record it, say yes. Do you think that number one must come here? Thank you. You are correct. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. So yes, I'm going to write. I don't have the source document here. I'm going to just write it here. The date or the day is going to be the first. So if I had the source document, I think you know how to record the source document, because even in the test, they wanted you to record the source document. And then what I like about this one, they will always tell you, to whom did you sell? Can you see now? You must ask yourself, you sold to John Cena. So under details, you write John Cena. Can you see now? So this one, you must remember I told you that under the CBR, if you don't know the name of the person, write cash sales. Just always write cash sales under them, okay? But here we write the name of the person. But if you remember from the previous sections, this folio column didn't matter. But under debtors, this folio is very much important. What you must write under this, you just have to write, because this is the first debtor that you are dealing with, just write D1 like that. Can you tell? A debtor number 1. If you was number 2, it will be D2. If it was number 3, D3. Are you in line with this for now, guys? No, you can't. Melody, you can't. Here we are not allowed to write credit sales. You must write the name of a debtor, because they can ask us to open the account for this debtor. Okay, so do not write credit sales, only write the name of the debtor. Any questions? Are you answered, Melody? Okay, thank you so much. Now let's record. Please tell me, there's an amount of 5,400. Please tell me, where must I go and record this amount of 5,400? As you can see here, the amount is 5,400. So where must I record this? Because there are columns here. Tell me where to record 5,400. Sandra said yes, DC, and then Hamza DC. Thank you so much. Brendan, thank you so much for that. Kilebuchile, thank you so much for that. Yes, guys, I agree with you. We are going to record it under no, Leandro, only under DC, Leandro, not sales. Remember, under sales, we only need the amount excluding VAT. So this one is including VAT, so we're going to say 5,400. Okay? So obviously, you know that the sales are VATable. So in other words, we must find output. So I prefer to find output first, but some of you prefer to find sales. It doesn't matter. Whether you find sales first or output first, the answers will be the same. So I prefer us to start with what? The output. Why? Because I know that I must just come here on top here and check which fraction can I use. I'm going to give you a few minutes, not few minutes, few seconds to calculate the output for me. Out 704 Melody. Do you support Melody with that? 704. Let me see if you support. Yes, thank you, Sanjay. Thank you so much. 704.35. Please just show us those who don't understand. Let's just show those who don't understand how we got it. Just write the calculation down for that, guys. So that let's just help the others who don't understand, because sometimes people don't say anything. So let's show them how we found it. 5,400 times. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Jade, and thank you, Brendan. Thank you so much for that. So this is how we calculate it, okay? And then the minute you find output, the difference between the two amounts will be your sales. How much do you think is our sales? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And it's going to be 4695.65. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Okay, so, and thereafter, the last thing that we must do is to calculate the cost of sales. Remember, we use the sales to calculate cost of sales. Please calculate cost of sales for me. Cost of sales for me, please. 3130. Thank you so much for that, Melody. Do you support Melody for that? Do you support Melody for that? Thank you so much, Tanya. Thank you so much for that. Kilebogile said 3.6. Please, let's check how did you calculate this, because you got different answers. Let's see. You said 5,400 times. Please write it for me on the chat if you can. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, this is double check your answers, please. So this is how we found it. Okay. So you either remember we are finding the cost. So you take this one. If you were finding the cost of, if you were finding selling price, you were supposed to use this one. Okay. So please ask a question if you don't understand. Otherwise, we go to number 2. And let me ask for number 2. Do you think I must record number 2? I must also record number 2 in this. Do you think so? Yes, Brendan, use the markup formula because we are calculating cost of sales. Can you see use this analysis here? Thank you so much. You use this analysis, Brendan. Yes. Remember here, I just put this in advance. You must know how to put question mark the way I showed you before. Remember? So we need to make sure that we do that. Okay. So now we must go to number 2. Number 2, I've got Drake. And Drake obviously is going to be data number 2. And then please tell me for Drake where the amount is 9,000, where do you think I'm going to record 9,000? Can I record it under debtors? Or where must I go and record it? There's a question there. Nikita said, for cost of sales, do we multiply by the amount of sales? Yes, always use the amount of the sales, which is excluding VAT. Because if you can use this one, you're going to be wrong. The cost of sales must not include VAT here. So you must always use the sales excluding VAT. So you have to wait to find this first before you can do that. Because I know most people will normally use 5.4. You're going to be, sorry. I think we are wrong. No. Sorry. We made a mistake, guys, here. I didn't check this one. I thought we must take sales. This is not the sale. Eh? So it means this one is wrong. Eh? It's wrong. Sorry about that. I slept my mind. I don't know what happened. So this one is wrong. So if I change it, what is the answer now? Thank you for that, Nikita. I didn't see that. Thank you so much for that. So how much do we get now? So what is the answer? Oh, the answer is right. Okay, so I think I just made a mistake here. Sorry about this. Sorry. I made a mistake. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yeah, thank you so much. We must say 4695. You must always use this one. Let me write it down. You must always use this to calculate that. Thank you guys. And I made a mistake. I think I need a cup of coffee and put a little bit of salt in it. You know, it will be nice. Okay, please tell me how to record number 2. Thank you for that. Cost of sales. Thank you so much. Can you see now, guys? When I compile this, by the way, I compiled this question. I think you can even see like the names which I use. You know, I try to be very creative. You know, I didn't want to use my name, so I wanted to use my name so that I can be famous. But I decided to use some names. So I'm gonna write it here. Thank you so much for that. Guys, be careful here. They gave you the cost price. They gave you the cost price. Can you see now? If you're not careful, you're gonna record under sales. You will be wrong. So immediately when they give you the cost price, it is not possible for you to calculate VAT, because VAT can only be calculated if you have got sales or you have got debtors. But at the moment, you can't calculate VAT. And if you cannot calculate VAT, it means you cannot calculate what? Debtors. So it's time for you to find sales first. Can you see now? So use this cost of sales to find sales. Please do it, and then we discuss thereafter. How much is the cost of sales? The sales, yeah. Let me calculate from my side. Thank you so much, Melody. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you. Do me so. Thank you. Appreciate. 13,500. Okay. 13,500. So now, Brendan, like I said, check here, Brendan, you must use this. You must use this, Brendan. You are trying to find the sales. You have been given cost price. Obviously, you're going to take the amount and multiply by this one because you are finding the sales. So take this sales, this cost of sales, and multiply it by 150 over 100. You will get that one at 13,500, Brendan. Let me know if you got it, Brendan. I'll wait for you so that I can be sure that you got it. Brendan, did you get it? I'm trying to write it somewhere. Can you all hear me, guys, now? Let me see if you can hear this. Can you all hear me now? So, Brendan, we said that's the calculation. We said 9,000 times 150 divided by 100. Or remember, if you want to use this one, you will come here and put 9,000 in line with CP, and then you put question mark in line with SP. Can you see now? You can do that. Okay, no problem. So please remember now, because we found our sales, we can either find debtors or output. But as I said, I prefer us to start with output. So we can use this sales of 13,500 to find output VAT. So how much is the output VAT? Thank you. I can see there is 2025. $2,025, né? Or is it not writing? And then debtors control. Thank you so much for that. Kaba, thank you so much for that. 155. 15,525. Please ask a question if you're lost. Please don't worry about this column that I put here. It's just an extra column. Don't worry about it. So please ask a question if you don't understand how we got this. Okay, no problem. Do you think we must record number 3? Do you think that we must record number 3? How we got output VAT, Hamia there, we said 13,500 times 15 over 100. That's how we found 2025. 13,500 is excluding VAT times 15 over 100. I hope you answered. Okay, the third, and then I've got Chris. Can you see? I've got Chris here. Yes, Hamia. Remember, Hamia, you must, with the VAT, you must choose between the two. Is the amount I'm using excluding VAT or including VAT? The only amount that I can use is this one, which is excluding VAT. Can you see now? If it was including VAT, this amount was supposed to be here, and I was supposed to use this. Okay, so be careful when it comes to that. So where will I record 6,000? Please tell me where to record 6,000 for number 3. Brendan said sales. Who supports Brendan? Brendan said sales. Yes, Brendan, so you are being supported. I'm going to put 6,000 here. Yeah, that is 6,000. I can see there's a question how we got 15,525. We said 13,500 plus 2. We added the two amounts, which is 13,500 plus 2,025. We got that amount of 15,525, Linda. I hope you answered. Okay, because we got sales, we can find output, we can find debtors, we can also find cost of sales. So please just find whatever you want to find for me. It doesn't matter which one you want to find first, because 6,000 is very neutral. With this 6,000 under sales, you can start with debtors control, you can start with output VAT, you can also be able to calculate cost of sales. So just tell me which amount did you calculate and I'll record it down. Say VAT is 900, okay. Is it? I hope because I can see. Yeah, 900. And then cost of sales 4,000. Let's see. Cost of sales 4,000. And then debtors is 6,900. Please let me give those who didn't get it. Thank you so much, guys. 100%. I appreciate. Please, those who don't understand what is going on here, please ask a question so that we can. Why are we doing the same thing for 3 and 2? No, it's not the same thing, Hamza, because for why are we? Remember the number 2, they gave you cost price, and number 3, you are given selling price. Can you see, Hamza? So you can't put this one under selling. 9,000 is cost. I put it under cost, but 6,000 was sales. Can you see now? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You must check these, minor things. They can confuse you. Okay. So please ask questions those who don't understand. Otherwise, please find totals for me quickly. Or I can leave the totals, you can do them maybe. I trust you. You can add them. I'm not going to waste time by adding, guys. When you add, you just have to add. And then here I can just write D3. So totals, guys, you can add them at home. It's okay. Let me know if you have a question. Do you need a break? Thank you, Melody, for that. Do we need a break? No. Let's see, majority rules, no problem. Yep. Okay, no problem. We can continue now. What's this, Brendan? What is the meaning of that? What is that, Brendan? I don't understand. Okay, guys, I'm still tracing something here. I'll be with you now. Just want to save something first before we continue. Saved. Thank you. Okay, guys, I think we can continue. We can. Brendan, you owe us. You must. I think maybe it's the new word that we need to use. Chai. Okay, chai. Okay, for me, from my language, perspective, shy can say, "Hey, chai." It means it's time up. It's time up. Meaning you meant let's go. We must go home now. We must. That is chai. Chai. If you know what I mean. Okay, Brendan. But yeah, don't worry. I'm not gonna. Because I know sometimes when you take a break, others, when coming back can be a challenge. So I'm not going to take it long. So I'm going to give you enough break, guys. Okay, no problem. Let's go to the next one, guys. Slowly but surely. Remember, we just have to do this. It's not that bad. It's not bad at all. It's not bad at all. Okay. So please just check the information there. Remember, the analysis will stay the same. So what I want you to do, I just want you to decide for me. Just do this. Which one? This is the DAJ, ne? No, what happened here? It's like I'm missing one of the slides. Let's see. Oh, I'm missing one of the slides, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. So I'm missing debtors allowances. Debtors allowances. Let me check. It's okay. It's okay. Doesn't matter. Let's just deal with what we have. Because debtors allowances, guys, is going to be the opposite of what we just did. Can you see now? So yeah, please look at this. This one, this system, I don't know, it's buffering here, takes long to respond. Yes, let's look at this, guys. Look at number 1 and number 5 and tell me if we can record all of them in this book. Let's decide if we can record all of them in this book. Yes, I agree with you. Thank you so much. No, let me see. Let me go back. I don't know. Let me see. Because this thing, it takes time to. Slide 18 is this one. Eh? Okay, no. Slide. No, I think I duplicated. I think I duplicated here, guys. Okay, don't worry. But don't worry. We're gonna. Can you see they look the same? DJ here. Slide number 17. Slide number 18. DJ. Don't worry. We can do the DAJ at in class when we meet. But it's okay. DJ obviously is gonna be the same thing, but these people will be returning. Can you see? So if they return, we go to the DJ, but we record the same way. Okay. But don't worry, I'm gonna give it to you when we meet in class. I don't know what happened here, but I think I can blame the virus. Okay. So this virus on the laptop is the problem. I'm joking. So I'm gonna record on the first. And then the date is obvious, and then I'm gonna, because I know we bought from Sylvester. I'm gonna write Sylvester here. Let me just write Sylvester, not in full because of space. Silver, okay. And again here, who can tell me this folio is very useful? What can I write on in line with Sylvester here under folio? Thank you so much. You are correct. C1. C1. Can you see creditor number 1? Please tell me where to record that 5,600. Thank you so much, guys. You are on fire. And then please take it from there. What did we buy? We bought merchandise. I think you know what is merchandise. I think by now you know what is merchandise. So if you bought merchandise, where are we going to record it here? And then it's either we go to sundry or we go somewhere. Tell me where are we going to record it. But firstly, just calculate VAT for me because this is vettable. Okay, calculate VAT for me. Thank you so much for that. 730.43. 730. And then, obviously, we still have to record the difference between the amounts. Where must we record the difference between the VAT and the creditors control? Thank you so much for this. I agree with you. Please, thank you, Melody. There, I agree with you. The amount is 4869.57. Please ask a question. Those who don't understand, please ask us how we found it. Maybe you found something different. You are allowed. You can at liberty to ask a question, guys. For now. Please ask a question, otherwise I continue. Okay, let's go to, you said the fifth must also be recorded. We must record the fifth. And then the fifth is what? JSHC. JSC, obviously, is creditor number 2. Please tell me where to record 3.7. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate, guys. Thank you so much. 3.7. Please do what you do best. Doesn't matter which one you find first. Let's find VAT first, please. Let's find VAT first. Let's find our VAT. Thank you for that, Sandhya. Thank you so much. 482.61. Okay, please find the difference and tell me where to put the difference. Under sundry, okay, I'm gonna put it under sundry. Thank you. 3271. 3217, not 3217.39. And what we call it under details? Thank you so much. We bought equipment. Okay, thank you so much. Not cost of sales, Timmy. So you only say cost of sales when you see sales. There is no sale here. You can't have cost of sales. Okay. Okay. So I can see that you see the light. Okay. So now we can go to the next one. CAJ is just the complete opposite of what we did, guys. Can I skip this one so that I can do it on your own? Let me see. I'm not going to do CAJ because it's similar to what you just did. Just that here we are returning to them, but the procedure is the same. Do you think that I must do it for you, or can you do it yourself, guys? If you've got a problem, you come back to me. Let me see on the chat. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna Hamza, I'm not sure if you say I must carry on. Must I just leave it, or Sandia said yes? Can we just say everyone says yes, I can continue, because it's like I'm going to show you the same thing. Thank you so much. The last one is GJ. So thank you so much for that, Nikita. The next one is GJ. Remember, GJ is that journal where we record everything that cannot go to the other journals. And the other time, remember, I gave you some notes if you want to check some notes. So to be honest with you, both transactions will come here. Why? Because here you can see that we charged interest. The creditor charged us interest. Remember, I did tell you that the interest charged will always go to the GJ. And here we received a discount because we're owing creditors. Again, the settlement discount must go to GJ. So please make sure that you know how to do this, okay? So now I'm going to start with the first one. So unfortunately, for you to be able to yeah, we still have to have a revision, Brendan. Yeah, so we still have to. I think we're gonna see you. I think tomorrow is tomorrow. Yeah, I think tomorrow. So after this, I'm gonna release you, and then tomorrow we do the other activities. Yes, Brendan, we're gonna do them. Okay. Okay. Now, I was saying, unfortunately, here you must know your account equation. Okay. Please, let's say you are dealing with account equation. When you read number one, please give me the account you see on this number one, like account equation. One account or two accounts. Give them to me, guys. And if you are wrong, I'm gonna help you. So just give me the accounts involved. Be specific, be specific. I see bank, I see liability. Melody, which liability are you talking about? I see bank. Let's wait for others. Let's see, let's see. I agree with Melody. The guys, remember, you can't say bank, guys. There's no cash here. You only say bank. You only say bank if you are receiving cash or you are paying cash. Here, there's no cash. They are just charging us the interest. We're not paying anything now. Okay. And then this, yes, is the liability. And the liability, because they're charging us interest, the liability is going up. Okay, will increase. And where do liabilities increase? They increase on the credit side. You must remember I told you, you cannot forget account equation. Account equation is everywhere. And then I can see Joel said expense. I agree with you, but tell me, which expense are you talking about, Joel? Okay. Yes, Sandra told me about that. Is correct. It's interest charged, or I can just call it interest expense. You are allowed to say that. An interest expense, or let me call it interest charged, so that you can understand. And then it is an expense, and the expense will be increasing on the debit side. Can you see now? This is very important. Can you see? Your account equation is still needed. Why do I say that? It's because we've got debit and credit here. Now, remember here they say all amounts are including VAT where applicable. Do you think that I must calculate VAT on number one? If so, how? If not, why? Must I calculate VAT on number one? No, 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 no. Okay, I can see. No, 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 no. Why? Okay, I agree with you. No. So I'm gonna have the date as the first. Thank you so much for that, Sanjay. We do not pay VAT on interest. They are exempt. Remember. So now, I want you to listen to me attentively. We have got two accounts, and the rule says the account that is debited must always come first. I repeat. The account that is debited must always come first. Did you hear I said? Can I see 20 yeses? Can I see 20 yeses? Before I call your name, I feel like calling your name. I'm waiting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So obviously, I'm going to start with the interest charged. Can you see now? So it means the one that you debit, because as you can see here, debit came first. You must record it first. Obviously, you're going to record creditors control after. Okay? But please, to show that, don't put them in line because the creditors is going to the credit. Just put it a little bit further here and say creditors control. So don't put them in line. So this shows that creditors will be on the credit side because the credit is on the other side. Okay, so please make sure that you understand that the account that you debited must always be recorded first, and the account that you credited must always come second, like this all the time. I hope everyone is following. Nigita, this is what I just said. I was saying the account that you debit must always come first, and the account that you credit must come second. As you can see here, 5% must be calculated. We were owing how much? 3,000. Please calculate the interest for me quickly. I'll wait for you. Thank you, Nikita. I'll wait for you. Calculate the interest. Thank you so much. Melody got 250. Others, what do you think? Let me wait for others. No, they need to say something. I think they. Okay, no problem. Let me calculate mine, guys, and we compare. I was waiting for you to calculate, but others are not calculating. Maybe they want to surprise me in the exam. I don't like that. Don't surprise me in the exam. Hey, miracles happen. Let me calculate mine. Sorry, guys. When I write here, this is very slow today. I don't know why. Very slow. The amount is 3,000. And how many percent? 5%. So the calculation must be like this. Can you see? If you give me 150, it means you only did this. This 150 is for the whole year. But they told you it was only for 32 days. So I want the amount only for 32 days. Okay? Please tell me on the chat that you won't ignore this next time. You won't ignore these 32 days. Tell me that you won't forget this. Tell me yes, 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 if you won't forget. Yes, I know sometimes can be tricky. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, be careful, guys. Can you see? You were correct if we did not have. If they give you this, it means you must always use that. So how much is the answer now? It's going to change. I'm waiting for the answer. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Steve. 13.15 and 13.15. Can you see now, please? Brendan, rephrase your question. I don't understand. You are saying we should use that method in case of, which method are you referring to, Brendan? Are you referring, please rephrase your question. Yes, we must use this because they told you that it's only for 32 days. So we only need the interest of 32 days, 32 out of 365, because all the days are 365 in a year. That's why they gave you 365, because sometimes can be 366, okay? So if they give you the days, you only calculate for the days you are looking for. That's why I said 32 over 365. If let's say it was only for 2 months, we're supposed to multiply it by 2 over 12. Can you see now? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Brendan, yes, that is what, yes. Zaim, hey, thank you so much. I appreciate it. You have just told me that I'm an excellent lecturer. I'm gonna, hey, you'll see me. I'm gonna be worse. I'm joking. Thank you so much, Zaim. I appreciate your effort. I'm telling you, overall, we performed. I'm telling you, we performed. That's what higher marks there. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate. Hopefully, others got the marks. Guys, if you got the marks, let me know if you are happy. They must be on the portal, Leandro. I think so. They must be on the portal, your student portal. Thank you very much, Hamza, for that. I appreciate it. So thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I think you're going to be smiling all the way. You're going to be smiling all the way. Okay. Okay, guys, let's do the last one so that I can leave you in peace. I know that you need some time. You know that. For me, I'm not gonna go home because traffic is going to deal with me. So I'm gonna be here until late. No problem. Let's do number 3. Let's see number 3, guys. Okay, number 3. Let's try to get 2 accounts involved for number 3. Please just try any 2 accounts, 1 account, 2 account. I don't mind. I don't mind. Income, Melody, which income? Be specific. Firstly, you must ask yourself, we are receiving discount. Firstly, if we are receiving discount, it means we were owing someone, meaning we received discount from our creditor, okay? So the first account is going to be creditors control. And then creditors control are liabilities, and they will decrease. Why do I say decreases? Because if they give us discount, it means we are owing less, okay? So we're gonna have a decrease. And where do they decrease? On the debit side. I hope you understand what I'm saying, okay? So it means the creditors are the ones who can give us settlement discount, because for us, it means we are settling the discount to our creditors. So we need to check that, okay? But the next account, settlement discount receipt, guys, allowed to say an account is settlement discount. Settlement discount will affect what? Trading inventory. So what you need to do, you must just write it like this. You will write trading stock or inventory. And then in brackets is then that you can say settlement discount receipt. Can you see? So if you write only settlement discount receipt, they're going to penalize you. That is a new way of recording. So they say you need to affect trading stock, not settlement discount receipt directly. Okay. And then trading stock, obviously, it is our asset. And the asset will be decreasing. Why decreasing? Because of the discount. Can you see now? So, and then we're gonna put it on the paid side. So I know this is a very special case, guys. This one, yeah, in a way doesn't make sense, but it will make sense by the time when you do your accounting 1B, you will see it will make sense. But for me, I wish they left it like this: SDR, settlement discount granted, and you say it's an income. Okay, but this is how we must do it. Okay, guys, just tell me between the two accounts, which one must I start with? Between the two accounts, which one do you think I must start with? Okay, before we go there, I'll come back to that. Sorry, load shedding here in Santin. The lights just went out, went off, not out. So we have to check here. Do you think that there's a VAT implication on this one? Do you think that we must calculate VAT here? Just tell me if I must calculate VAT or not. Yes, Brendan, I agree with you. So which VAT do you think I must record? I must write here. What is the VAT? Is it input or output? It's going to be output, guys. I know why. I know why you say input. Because when we were buying this inventory, it means this inventory. Remember, when you buy, we paid input. But now, because we are retaining that inventory, we must reduce our input. We call it output. Remember, I did talk about this thing in class. I said you must always check what happened before so that you can reverse. So because when we bought inventory, it was in input. Now we are getting discount. We must reverse that input and we call it output. Is everyone following? Thank you so much, guys. Now I agree. I did ask a question about which one to start with. Remember, I did ask you a question. I said, "Will you forget this?" You said you won't forget, but I can see some of you forgot. I repeat, the account that is debited, you must always start with the account that you have debited. So I'm going to start with creditors control. Okay. And then now I credit what? I must put it a bit here. I must put trading inventory. And then I must also put output VAT here. That's how we put it. Please ask me a question on this account. Are you all following? Can I see yes, yes, yes? Thank you, guys. So now you need to ask yourself, let me ask you a question. Out of these three accounts, which account do you think is a main account? Is the biggest of them all, the main account? Please try. Thank you. You're on fire. The main account will be creditors control. Thank you, Hamia and Jaden. But let me ask you a question. Why is it important for me to know that creditors control is the main account? How will this help me? Because it's going to be very helpful at the end of the day. Please just try. Why do we have to know that this is the main account? This is the same reason for other accounts, other journals that we did. So there's a reason why we have to know that. Thank you so much. It means the amount that I'm going to put here is going to include VAT. Thank you so much for that, guys. I appreciate it. Nikita, thank you. Dimitri, thank you so much, Melody, for that. So it means when I put my figures down, when I calculate my figures here, I know that the one that's including VAT will be what? The one that is going to be recorded here. But firstly, when we go back to number 3, we don't know, calculate the discount for me. Calculate the discount for me. It's 2%, remember, it's 2%. What is the 2% there? 100, thank you so much. Thank you so much. 100, yes, 2% of 5,000. So if I may ask you, is this 100 Rand including VAT or excluding VAT? Is this 100 Rand including VAT or excluding VAT? Sanya said excluding VAT. Who supports her, please? Including VAT, Nikita. Please, let's see. Let's see. I want to see 18 answers here. It's either you support or you don't support. Include VAT. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jaden. Include VAT. Thank you, Leandro. Include VAT. Thank you, Melody. Include VAT. Thank you, Kawa. Include VAT. No problem. So now I know where to put it. Obviously, I'm going to put it in line with what. This will help me a lot. The reason why it says including VAT, they told you that all the amounts include VAT and stated otherwise. So we know that this is including VAT because by the time when we bought, we paid VAT. Okay. Now, please, now you can calculate VAT for me and calculate trading stock for me. Can you see the same logic that we have used before? Let's start with VAT. How much is the VAT amount? Uh, 13 rands. Sanda, VAT cannot be more than the okay. Melody said 1304. Please, who's I think maybe Melody is correct. 13.04. And how much will be the trading inventory? Yes, VAT of 100. Yes. No, not on the whole amount, Sanya. On the discount. Please help me with the trading inventory. How much is the trading inventory amount, guys? You can't find VAT, and thereafter you don't know how to find the other amount. That must be the easiest thing that you can do. Melody said 86. 86. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sandhya. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you for that. Okay, so this is how. Can you see? For me, the GJ is a bit challenging. Why am I saying that? For the fact that it is. Thank you so much, Hamia, for that, and Leandro. Thank you, Jaden. Thank you. Of account equation in it. Can you see now? So you need to know your account equation very, very, very well. Okay. So this is how you must compile your GJ. And thereafter, before I release you guys, they can ask you to write what we call narrations. Let me write it down. They can also say, please also show the narrations. I'm waiting for this to be active. It's just misbehaving today. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the load shedding, because there's load shedding here. So they can ask you for narrations. And if they ask you for the narration, they mean this, like after writing this, you must just put it like, let's start with number 1 there. So with number 1, I was supposed to write in brackets here, somewhere there. So I was supposed to say, what happened? Interest charged. There's no formula for it. The way you put it, it's okay. On overdue account. It's up to you. As long as it makes sense, don't worry and say, how will I do that? So when they say narration, they mean something like this. You must put it in brackets, something like this. So here, what can I say is a settlement discount. Okay, settlement discount received. I can just call it like that. Simple. Settlement discount received of 100%, 2%, you know? So guys, you must not forget this, because these are free marks. Because the way we mark, I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. I don't lie, you know, I don't lie. Let me show you how we mark this. This is how we mark. 1 mark like this. Where is it? Where's my pen, man? And we mark like this, 1 mark. Sorry guys, this pen, I don't know, it's buffering here. I don't know what's happening to me. I was trying to show you how we mark. So we just mark 1 mark like that. Can you see? If you don't write them, you lose marks. You only ignore this if they tell you to ignore in the text. No, don't worry about this, Sanya, for now. But for the folios, these ones are not that important. Remember when we did this before, I told you that some accounts are balance sheet sections and some accounts are nominal account sections. And I told you that nominal account sections are all expenses and incomes. Balance sheet sections are all the assets, ownership, and liabilities. So here you just have to write what is interest charge is an expense. You're going to write N1, just like that, N1. What is creditors is a liability. It falls under balance sheet. You just write B1. What is creditors? Creditors, it doesn't change. It's still B1. Can you see now? And then trading inventory is B2. Can you see now? And then this one is also B3. So it depends. So that's why, you know, as long as you write B or N, but they don't like asking for this, but this is how you write them. And I think you still remember when I was showing you the accounts, we had balance sheets and nominal. But don't worry, I'm still going to talk about this in class, okay? About the folios. They're very simple, these ones. Guys, I think we have done our part. And what I can say, guys, thank you very much. You know, I always appreciate you attending my class. You know, I know very few people enjoy the privilege of being attended by women and men of your caliber. You know, together, you and I, you know, we conquer the world. And thank you very much, guys. Congratulations, guys, for passing with flying colors. You know that. I like the fact that you know you put some effort, guys. And I know you're gonna do me proud. You're gonna make me proud in the exam. Let's continue the momentum, guys. You know, I know it's not easy, but I appreciate. I'm telling you, I appreciate. So I don't know how to thank you guys, but You did well. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great one. Thank you so much. Much love. Thank you, Tumiso. And then I will see you when I see you. I will see you in future. By future, I'm referring to tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.